after this, the price definitely gotta go up. Oh! Yeah. What you expect? Told you I wanted, I got it.
Okay, so your new album 88 is out now. Let's talk about that. What was the process? What was the inspiration after coming off of the Four and the Voice? Like, how did you want to get your sound out there?
Well, starting with the process was it was very long. I was just talking with my team the other day, and we were really like breaking it down how long it's taken us to put this album together, and it's really been 3+ years. So we've been working really, really hard and being very picky and very very much connected to the songs that I chose to put on this album. So the process was very long, but in the end, it was very much well worth it to me, in my opinion. And the inspiration behind it, especially coming off of the TV shows.
Right.
I knew before I did The Voice and the Four that I was a performer at heart and a singer. So these were things that I already knew before I did the TV shows. But I thought it was a great idea to do those TV shows to sharpen up my chops, to get better, to grow, as an artist, and to learn new things as far as like performing and vocals and stuff like that, just to sharpen up, because you're never at the peak where you're just the best or perfect. So we always have room to better ourselves, and I really wanted to do that with these TV shows, and I felt like I did. And at this moment with this album, I'm honestly ready to tour with this album. I miss touring so much. So all of the upbeat songs that are on this album, like Stuck and Round of Applause and Mr. Can't Get Right, those songs are songs that really highlight myself as a performing artist. And it's really just, getting the ball rolling. Once everything opens back up and once touring opens back up, you guys are really going to be able to see who I am outside of just being just a performer, but being able to show my personalities in these shows that we're already putting together, because we're working ahead of time for 2021. And I'm just excited for everybody to see the many layers that you didn't get a chance to see when I was on a TV show. So yeah, 88 is pretty fun. It's very it's different. It's eclectic. It has these different sounds. It reminds you of different genres, and that's another thing. I didn't want to box myself into just being like an R&B singer. So it gives you all of the different feels, and So I'm excited about it.
Let's talk about Stuck. That song, most of your listeners, most of your fans saw you from The Voice and The Four. So when you had a music out, it was like, okay, finally. So when we heard Stuck, it was like, for me, it was like, wow, like this is the one. Like,
thank you.
So what was the inspiration for that song in particular?
Well, first of all, in this album, I'm being very much straight to the point with these concepts, and not really beating around the bush or talking in codes or anything when it comes to what I'm talking about. And Stuck is me basically, telling the guy how I feel, and basically telling him that, he met his match, this type of thing. But it's very much fun and confident. It has a lot to do with confidence, and that's something that I love to exude about myself. I love that the fact that I'm a very confident woman, and I don't hide that at all, So Stuck is very confident, and when you guys do get to see the visual for Stuck, you get to see any of the visuals from 88. You do get to see a lot of the confidence, even though you saw some on the TV shows, but you get to see more. And it's really a fun song, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it with like a live band and like a whole pumped up version of it. So yeah, it's really fun. I'm excited.
So let's talk about, so most of us know you from The Voice and The Four, obviously, as I said. How was that experience for you? A lot of people audition, not everyone makes it. You went really far on both shows. You got big kudos from all the judges and whatnot. How was that experience for you? Because we only see, the 1-2 hours on TV. We don't see, the behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes. Yeah.
Right.
I will say both experiences were hands down amazing, because I always tell anyone that asks me that both experiences are something that you cannot pay for. Like you can't
Right.
just go in your bank account and just, pull out money and think that you're just going to get every single thing that we've experienced on these two shows as contestants. So,
right.
I will really say that I was lucky. I was blessed to even be thought of, because the fact that it's so crazy, because I really didn't have to on both shows. I didn't have to. Certain contestants go through a long process just to get an audition. So right. I really felt like I was blessed and lucky that they reached out to me to do the audition, and I skipped the whole process to even get the audition. So I think what they did was they did their research, and they looked on my YouTube, and they saw like everything that was going on,
right,
all of
like
the traveling and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just so cool to be able to, be one of the ones that they chose to be a part of it. And then on The Voice, to get 4 chairs, like that was crazy. And then one thing I never did, I never walked into these shows expecting what was going to happen or knowing what was going to happen. I had no idea what was going to happen. So how I walked in was just, this is your chance. So you either sink or swim, and that was really my mindset. So I was just really eager and very determined to do what it is that I do best. And it worked out.
It did. So with this, you said you really want to get back into touring. What you did tour with Christina Aguilera. You did,
yes, yeah.
Her tour, then her residency. How was that experience? How did you?
It was amazing.
How do you know her? First of all, like, was it through management or was it?
It was actually through, because the music circle is very small in New York. So I have a lot of friends that are, in the music industry, background singers, musicians. So if one can't do, something because they're touring over all over the world with someone else, then here comes the phone call, a recommendation phone call from someone else to me. So it's all like it's connections at the end of the day. So it really means a lot to take care of your relationships and hold your relationships dear in this industry and period in the world, because you never know when, somebody just might need you and a great opportunity might be around the corner. And that's just how it happened for me. It was literally a connection and a phone call. And that's how it started everything in like 2016 with me and Christina, like touring Christina.
How would you describe like the touring experience, the city to city, performing, rehearsing? How would you experience that to someone who hasn't been a part of that kind of environment?
Well, the funny thing is, before The Voice, before my opportunity for touring with Christina and before The Voice, I actually was touring with my own band. Like we did Russia, we did Fiji Islands.
Okay.
We did Austria, Vienna, Austria. So I was very familiar with touring, which is how I even got the opportunity for The Voice. And, and then The Voice gave me the opportunity for the 4. But so, I mean, the touring that I was doing, it was beautiful. It was something brand new. And then to tour with a major artist like Christina, now that was something that I've never done before. So that was all new. For me. And of course I've been to some countries with that team that I've never been to before. The team is beautiful. They really, really take care of their people. And it's like one big family, to be honest, because we're all touring with each other for so long. And, we're all traveling together. We're on the airplanes together, the private planes and the trains. And we're basically living together for like months. So the energy, the love, it's always beautiful. The countries are beautiful. The experiences on the stage, I performed in front of 250,000 people with, when we were performing with Christina. So that was like something that you can't pay for.
Yeah, that's,
like once again.
Once in a lifetime experience, right?
Exactly. So, I always have that experience and that memory in the books for myself. And it's just freaking amazing. Like I can't even think of anything else to say besides that.
What would your advice be to up and coming artists who want to get into, making their own music and are struggling to promote or to get, shows and whatnot, especially with everything going on right now with COVID-19?
Yeah. It is so hard, and I'm not even gonna lie. It was always hard before the pandemic even hit. It was still hard to
Right.
get a gig or to get a, for people who have never gotten a gig before, or who may not have the connections to, get a great opportunity or something. It's always hard. So what I would say is to just continue hustling, continue that hustle mentality is what got me where I am today. So
Right.
that determination, you just can't give up, because at the end of the day, all of the millionaires and all of the top major celebrities that we all know, they didn't give not one excuse. They, when things were hard for them, they figured out ways. And even though it's going to be hard and it's going to be crazy at some time, especially now in the midst of this pandemic where everything is so slow, and for us, the music industry, everything is really basically shut down because our shows and our touring is
Right.
that's like everything for us, So it's going to be hard, but at the end of the day, we have to use our brain cells, and we have to think of we have to create different things that will, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
We
good.
we have to create different things that will open up new lanes and new doors for us. And then other people will see that, and that may start a chain of something brand new. So we just got to continue to be creative and determined, and just do not give up no matter what you do.
Have you been thinking about doing like a virtual performance or something through Instagram or YouTube or?
Yeah, actually, I've been working on that now because, I dropped the album 88 on August 8th.
Right.
So it's still kind of like brand new. So as of right now, lately, we just been shooting a lot of visuals. I've been doing a lot of interviews and a lot of cool projects I'm involved in. And I'm very excited about that. And, it'll definitely be talked about, and I'll be putting it on my socials very soon. So yeah, like it's a lot happening right now, and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, like you just gotta stay tuned.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks.